we're taking a break from the fun drive up. This is not the trail. This is just a stop. This is probably an old lookout that we're at here. Let's get warmed up by climbing up some of these. Check the slipperiness. It's not bad. You definitely want to have some good shoes here. There's definitely some old remnants of carving. You could see some etching here. And we're going to be going much higher. Much higher. But what you got to do when you're up in these places is really be careful, because the next step really can be a disaster. But this is just perfect day for hiking up to Termessos. So we saw something on the side of the road, and at first it looks like a pillar, but when you look at this from the side, it's a sarcophagus cover. And it probably came down from here, so there's probably a burial ground right up on this little rise, which there's no way without ropes we can get up there easily. Alex is going in front of me. Let's see what we can do here. This looks like a little bit of four-wheel drive in here. Yeah, a little slick. Let's see what we can do. Three-handed. Oh, it's definitely, you need cleats to get up here. There's some roots. They're fairly solid. Let's see what we can do. Oh, not bad for three-point climbing. That's a good warm-up for what we got coming up. So let's see. This looks like an old graveyard of Roman soldiers. Yeah. So there's definitely sarcophagus here. We're just on the side of the road. Maybe 3/4 of the way up the King's Road. This looks like it was turned over for the sarcophagus. And there's, wait a minute, vines. Well, it's a good thing I brought a first aid kit, because I got my first prickers bleeding. How fun. Alex has got some good stuff up here. Let's see what we got. Wow. This is pretty big sarcophagus, actually.
It's a massive stone.
Yeah, this is big. These might have been officers, important people. This was actually really big.
This one before Greek, before Hellenic. Approximately, I think, 4,000 or 5,000.
That is one heavy cover. That is Alex, at least. He's 2 meters tall. This is huge. I came off that. Let's see if we can get up a little higher. I'm not going to go inside somebody's grave. That's not nice. But there's more rock through the woods. We can see. The first sign of digging, probably archaeology, or it's just an expansion of the parking lot. Maybe they're going to build a serious house. Most likely archaeology. I can see machinery. And actually, there's other guys back here digging too. So I think once we go up the trail, maybe we'll see some stuff. I found something cool. There's the trailhead, and you'll see, usually in Pinterest or Instagram, you'll see this map. So I've got it too. Everybody's got it. I'll try to get another good picture of that. And then I think that's the cafeteria right there. We are going to be going up into the clouds up there. Oh, it says no drone zone. But luckily, my drone doesn't look like that. So maybe I can get by with my flying camera from hover air. It's 11:28 a.m. We're leaving the parking lot area, and we are heading up the trail to Termessos. So we'll see how long this takes. And with the Apple Watch, hopefully I'll get some good distances, some altitude for you, and we'll be able to report back very shortly. There's Alex ahead of me. The road to Termessos. Well, at least the path. You can see it's fairly steep. 10, 12 degrees. So on the way up the steep path, if you're just out of shape, think twice before you come here. Go train for 2 weeks. It's not Mount Everest at all, but it's definitely got some angle to it. It's got a fast rise, pretty consistent. And then, of course, you can take a break after all 6 minutes of climbing. You can see way across the way. Looks like a cave. So there are signs, very minimal. Doesn't explain what they are. It'll give you the number based off the trailhead sign. But the lower city wall, there's one. It's a pretty big wall. You can see why Alexander the Great probably, I don't want to say gave up, but he probably reallocated his resources. So I'm just looking here. There's a lot to see. There's more city walls up that way. But Alex looks like he's going to take me up this way, so off we go. And we do have walking sticks, by the way. Some really cool rock along the way. Wow, how did they build this? So we can see the basic construction. They have the outer wall block, which is pretty common, filled with rock interior. Probably be a lot easier to build than doing rock after rock after rock. And Alex had an idea of why Alexander the Great might have had a problem here. What's that, Alex? Huh? What kind of problems did they have when they saw this?
I think his soldier died on this way. 10 meters up. And I need to fight here. How? I told my height is 2 meters.
And we have sticks, spears.
No ammunition, no food, no nothing. We're just walking. And for example, I'll stay here.
Just give you an idea of the size of this. So Alex is 2 meters, and this is how tall these walls are. Imagine just a stone, maybe almost as big as your foot, hitting you in the head. And these are not light stones. These are pretty dense stones here. So there he is, and look at the height. And he has his spear for attack, but I don't think that would work. And to carry ladders up here, I don't think they would even make it this far. And I see a cave, what looks like a cave. Is it? Oh, it's not a cave. What about this? A cave? No. But it looks like they might have been trying to dig under the wall, which probably would have been the only way. But imagine you're here. Maybe there's a couple guys behind you with shields, and there's junk coming down on your head. This would not be okay. There's just no way. So we're looking at the wall, standing amongst, yes, these are prickers. They look soft, but they actually are going right through my jeans. And we found this. This is a rather interesting design, size of my hand. I think there was something poured metal that was inserted here, because what else could it have been going up? You don't want your enemies climbing up the wall. I don't think the enemy would have taken his time to do that. It's too balanced. Maybe it was a special nightlight, but who knows? And then we found this right next door. Alex thinks it's for water runoff, and I say yes, but I think it was human water runoff, and this maybe is either calcified mineral deposit or fossilized poo. You tell me in the comments. All right, so curiosity draws me around the city wall. We're gonna go a little bit down to go up. This looks a little bit safer. Very, very loose rocks. I've heard and read that people have done this in flip-flops. I would not recommend that, depending on what time of the year it is. There's basically nothing. It's just dirt. So The wall, here you can see the thickness of the wall. It's maybe 4 or 5 feet thick, possibly. Here we have more of the city wall, which is the city gate. And again, we haven't even gotten into the city yet. And an attacking army, even trying to get here, would have probably just been decimated. There's just, who knows how many bones might have ended up going tumbling down with the rocks. I see huge collapse over there.
Part of city outside the wall.
Yeah, so you can see there's more wall down here in the valley. It's kind of hard to judge how far away it is. But we're starting to wonder, well, that most likely connected to the city gate, went down and probably through the valley back to where they're doing the excavation. I don't know, you can kind of see the roof right there in the middle. I'll try to zoom in. That's where they're doing the digging, right in there. So imagine that wall going all the way down through the valley, up here, up through the city gate, and around, and we still have to go up. I found something unique in this gigantic boulder right past the gate. I'm gonna say this looks like a door, and the door is protecting an opening, unless it's just an odd cut in the rock. But it looks like the stone is just filling the hole. How cool. What a big rock. Big rock. I'm gonna whisper now, because if I stop talking, when Alex stops moving ahead of me, it's dead quiet. Listen. That is absolutely quiet. So we're coming up on what looks like another wall that's a little bit shaky, a little shady. Path hasn't changed in steepness, it's just consistent. There's one guy in front of us, went by a few minutes ago. We'll see and hear him off and on probably. Bit muddy. Let's see what we got. We got a 2,000-year-old wall. Oh, and I see stuff across the valley that we'll see here in a little bit. But this is starting to look much more like we're getting actually up into the Machu Picchu of Turkey. Just pick and choose your steps carefully. Well, I just said aqueduct. Alex thinks it's temple, and I think we'll find out here in a little bit. But we are definitely inside the city gates, so it could be probably a temple. We got the 3 arches. I can't tell if there's more. Let's see if I can get a better angle. All this is collapse. To my right is a pretty steep drop off. Oh yeah, so we got 3 arches, 4 arches. Let's see, let's go up here and find out. If you hear big thunking, it's me going backwards, which I have no intention of doing. Walked into a bush. Yeah, this is good. I doubt this was the stairs. You can see some cuttings where there's either wood or metal in there. Wow, this is just really cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, I found maybe old foundation rock brick. That just looks so shady. That just looks, oh my gosh, look at this. I forgot to turn around and look out. It's like diving in Turks Caicos at about 100 feet. You're on the wall, you forget to turn around and look out into space. This is what it looks like getting up into the Turkish mountains here in Antalya, in Termessos. Just amazing, the little stones, hand size, foot size. Oh, this is very cool. It sure looks like Aqueduct. If this was Aqueduct, I can't tell, but I think it was a building. There's a doorway here. Ready to go up under the arch. Wow, this is unexcavated. Very raw. I got a feeling the temple maybe is around here. Here's just a rock with holes cut in, just laying about. See, they have these etchings, the holes, these were drilled or cut to support something, maybe grill work, maybe wood. But again, I'm up probably a good 2 meters. If this is a door, it was a door, we are way up into it. Again, with so much rubble, it's really hard to tell what this was. This looks like this was the top piece here. I'm not going to go up into here. I'm daring, but not stupid. Here we have nice archway. This looks like a door, or a window, I mean, sorry. Altitude. All right, so this caved in, obviously. Here, let's see if we can find our way back out. The easiest way to find your way out of Termessos, if you get lost, just go down, because that's pretty much the only way you can go. This is so cool. That's just a monstrous wall. Just rubble everywhere. Again, this is untouched, so you're in really a raw area. We see leftovers of ancient civilizations. There's really nothing new up here. Maybe a bench, a sign, the path that is somewhat decently worn down. But again, there's a lot of trip hazards, so you have to be careful up here. Just a wall hanging out. Teatro, so the theater, the gym, is up that way. Don't know how far. I can see rubble down in the valley. A box of some sort. Don't know how many earthquakes have been through here, but at least 2 major ones over the 2 millennia. This is the first column I've seen. They don't seem to do columns up here, probably because they knew. All right, so Alex went down this way, and I heard him do a whoa. So let's go see what the whoa is about. Make my way through some pretty crazy rocks here. Let's see what he might have seen from here. Whoa, look at that. Wow, we have clouds, mountain, ancient civilization. That is definitely a whoa. There's a column foundation, 2, 3 columns here. Oh, here's remnants of another column. This is probably a column foundation right there. So this was a temple for sure. To who? We're going to have to look that up. It could have been Athena, Apollo. We're going to check the history books. I see carvings, what looks like gutter work. There's just everywhere you look, there's something, but you really got to look for some stuff. It's not flagrant. This piece obviously from the top of a temple. I say obviously. I'm assuming that, but that came from somewhere up high. And everything collapsed down. It's just absolutely amazing. There's more. So this tells me, actually, there's probably a lot more columns in here than it looks like, because those kind of tops usually were balanced on top of column based on some of the architectural you've seen. Here's the most intricate work I've seen. You can see how it's just worn away from time. It just hasn't been buried and protected. This is just, if this was a jungle, this could be just on another continent. But we are in Turkey, up in the mountains at Termessos. And this up here was probably storage units, possibly, based on some of the other architecture we've seen. So here's another mystery step for you anthropologists. What do you think? You see it? It's really tiny. It almost looks like a deer-like creature, but it's really small. I don't see a whole lot, and it looks like it might be hunted by that. All right, let's go check this out. This is looking pretty cool here. This is from another world. Absolutely incredible sight here. Just amazing. Let's see what we can see here. Oh, it's not a doorway. Let's see. It's easier for the hover air to get by here than it is for me. So, let's see. Just absolutely, what a place. So unique. There's wall all to my left. There's, we'll call it Turkish jungle to my right. Just a lot of vines. This was all a big wall. I'm wondering if it was to the Agora, but it's a pretty high wall and it's all gone now. There would have been statues in each of these little croppings. And again, it looks like there's something on the other side. I don't know if we can get through. We're going to come by Alex. Hopefully it doesn't run into him. Well, let's see. Test it. He follows pretty good, don't you, Fred? All right, so, let's go up this way. There's some entryway. Let's see what we can find here. Do a little 2.5 point climbing. Oh, that's pretty nasty in here. We probably should not go in here. This was a big room. You can see it goes down about 2 feet. But we don't want to fall in one of those cracks. So I'm at the end of this gargantuan building that just had to be amazing back in its day. And we're gonna try to make our way up in here. Let's see what's here. We may try to go that way just in a minute. I don't want to lose track of Alex. I see him way down that way. So this, I could probably get down there, but not easily and not safely. So again, there's storage. It looks like there's entrance through the other way, a lot easier. That is tempting. I don't know how we get there, but we're gonna find out pretty soon. Again, just incredible sights. All right, let's make our way back down through this fawn rock field. Really loose stuff. Again, if you have flip-flops, I would not recommend this. This would be not wise to do. Let's see what's back here. Looks like rock, but no real building. It's pretty much the end of it. If there's anything, there's probably old house foundation back in here, but I don't think there's much. So let's make our way back out. Go find out. All right, let's go see what's here. I don't know. I want to see if we can get to that other side, if it's even possible. So, this is tricky. Fred wants to come and fly. but I can't fly him. There's somebody else here. I don't know if he's security or not. All right, so, oh, this just looks like fun. Let's see what we can do here. If you got tight pants on, this will not work. Oh, this is almost 4-point climbing. Not quite 3. It looks like, let's see what we got here. Oh, rubble, looks like beaver's nest. Oh, that looks like a path, but I don't know. It looks like a path. Somehow they got up here. Let's see. Alex will keep an eye on me. We didn't bring rope, so no falling down crevices. No earthquakes, please, no earthquakes. There was a 4.6 off the coast the other day. We didn't feel it. Let's see. This sure looks like a path. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I am not walking over that. Although it looks like people have. It's probably how you get down inside here. Maybe over that way. This is a fairly large complex. I wonder if we can make our way back through there. All right, so we are going to drop our packs and we are going to try to make up our way into this building. So this will be much fun. Alex has a better leg stride than I do, so I got to make my way in a different path. He can step over these gullies, I can't. So let's see what we got here. There's steps, you just got to find them. So, I don't want to grab any overhangs. All right, so let's see. There's more carvings. As long as nothing moves, we're okay. Literally balancing on points of rock. Good shoes for that. Careful. So you can see what we're crossing is fun. I'm sure there's tougher places to climb. This is one of the more, ooh, that rock's not steady. One of the tougher places I've gone. So let's see. This looks like a nice egress through here. Oh, wow. We are literally just climbing up. Here, let's give you a vantage point of what I'm trying to go through. See how you balance the camera. I need all 4 wheels to do this. Up we go. All right, we made it. All right, so we are going to try to make our way very carefully. This is very loose. Mm-hmm. The big ones, not so worried about. It's these little guys. So, Alex, I'll scout forward and let you know. We're going to turn off the video till I get down here, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to drop my phone because there's a lot of cracks and crevices that it will disappear. I'll see if Apple Insurance actually works. But we don't want that to happen. All right. And snakes should be asleep at this time of the year. It's the only thing I ever worry about. Oh, no. No opening.
No open?
No. It goes back out that way, but I think there's nothing. No secret entry, like Indiana Jones. Nothing. That looks like a trap to me. Lions. Anatolian leopard trap. All right, so I think we're going to have to go back out and around. I don't know if there's any egress through there. I have to go traipsing through the wood to find it. So let's see. Get my footing. Back to the wall. This is fun. Glad I did some rock wall climbing. Oh, this just looks like fun stuff. It just doesn't go anywhere, does it? No, and I was up here before. And walking across that, I don't... Keep an eye on me. Keep an eye on me. What do you think?
Where are you going?
Is this safe? What do you think?
I think so.
Okay, let's go. It feels safe. And it's not so bad a drop. Actually, this might be all right. Oh, prickers in the backside. Those leaves are not soft. Oh, I see what looks like.
Do you find a way?
Yeah, maybe. There's here, this way. Make sure this collapses.
This is a street.
It looks like an old street, doesn't it? Yeah.
Between two lines of the building.
Yeah, I think this is a building here, and then this one was here. There's if we can get through here.
Look at this dimension. I stay here.
Oh.
2 meter long.
Yeah, look at this archway.
This
Wow.
2 meters.
Why did they build something so big? What came through here? Elephants? Ships?
And,
Airplanes? UFOs?
all this street was symmetric because look.
Yeah.
Behind me, eine Konstruktion war.
Mm-hmm.
Same construction.
Yeah. And then it's hard to tell here, but these arches collapse down. All right, let's make our way down that way. So we were looking around, and I found some writing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Let's see if we can get down in here without getting poked in the face. Oh, and that's actually really good condition. What does this say? Oh, I can make out some letters. So, through production, I'll have to
We
see it.
can to translate this. We make a photo now and use the Google.
Yeah. Well, Alex has proof pants. I don't. I've already got some blood dripping down my leg, but that's okay. We got the first aid kit always with us, so it's to be expected. Yeah, and the Romans, there's some more writing on this one. This was definitely a street, and these, I don't know if they were columns, but something, maybe statues. Statues would be...
Excavation work here.
Yeah, the statues are long gone in somebody's house somewhere on the planet. And this area was so overgrown by trees. Where's that opening I saw? Ah, right there. No, maybe the next door. Can we go? I don't know if we can go further without getting lost. Oh, that looks pretty tough. I don't know. Pretty shaky, pretty dicey. Yeah, you know what? That's where I saw the opening. I see sunlight coming through here. This goes down. Look at this. This goes way down into here. That's the end of that. Boy, that's tempting. Since it's tempting and I'm here, let's go. Whoop, a hole in the ground. It's a lot of leaf, detritus, sticks. Wow, I feel like I'm in an Indiana Jones movie. This is really cool. This is real stuff here, folks. Really neat stuff. And I won't even go near that wall. That just does not look safe. But it seems like I'm standing on part of a collapse. And I really want to get by this. So let's see. Let's do some crawling here. All right, so let's continue the crawling. Hopefully that was recording. Nice big stone you step on. Yeah, this would not be fun in the rain. It would be very slippery. So this looks like storage. That's going to be really hard to get down in there. But boy, there's huge rock collapse. The walls just go on. Alex. He went too far. All right, I'm going to head back because I don't want to lose my hiking buddy here, just in case. All right, so I don't do too many selfies on these, but I got to show you this just to make sure you know this is not AI and it's me here. This is incredible. This wall looks really sketchy. Do not want to touch it. On the other side, I've got that video too. I'll put that on the screen here. We can see the split. But the vines, this just looks like something out of a Hollywood movie that they made. But this is real, and I am glad it's low 60s and not in the 40s Celsius, 60s Fahrenheit, because it would be brutally hot in here down this ancient, collapsed and overgrown street. Incredible here, absolutely amazing. What an adventure this is. This is, and we haven't even got to the good stuff of Termessos yet. This is just the beginnings inside the city gate. If you look around here, there's definitely some cool stuff like these square foundations. There's writing, so I gotta imagine this, again, this was a street here. Definitely had to be a street. And the trick is, can I find my way back out? Because nothing looks normal. Everything's collapsed in. I'll try to find, I think we came from that way. So let's see how we do. I'm usually pretty good at this. So I'll be out of here in a minute and on to the next stuff. Okay, we made it up through here, through this really big archway. And now we're gonna cross back over. All right, so now we're gonna go to the Teatro. Oh, another column. A rare finding up here. There's the square rectangle. There's probably archway here going back. Now we get to go see more. All right, up we go. Up and up and up. Termessos is all about the up. Unfortunately, we will have to leave eventually. We have to go down. Not looking forward to that. Up seems easier. So I see some arched rock. There was rockfall here. So everywhere we're looking was something built that is now no longer, with 2 massive earthquakes in the area over the past 2,000 years. It brought a lot of this down. There really wasn't any wars here, supposedly. Just one invasion. Wow, what a view. So we're coming up on the upper city walls now. And again, just trying to be imagining 2,000 years ago what this looked like. It's just unbelievable. There's the first intricate piece I've seen. Again, wear and tear here has been very heavy. And what we're looking at is the interior, mostly of walls. It's just, there's pieces of column, square chunks. And again, this has not been excavated. So we'll just say 95% of this has not been touched. It's as is. Anybody stupid enough to go out there for a picture? Well, we'll just call it stupid. Because, see? Yeah. And then it says, no drone. Somebody probably crashed their drone into there. So I gotta be careful of flying our hover air even up here. There's a couple people around, but not many. So let's make it up these huge stairs. Whoa. It's just amazing. Doesn't look like much now, but to be here in person versus the video, it's just surreal. Just so surreal. Rocks, 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 and rocks. What was this stuff? It's just so not walls anymore, not ceilings, not roofs, not floors. If we could dig down 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, the things we would find. I see column foundations, more wall parts, anything squarish, cut off, round, definitely not natural. We're, looks like kind of going upstairs. They look moved. We think we're on the way to the theater. That could be the back of the theater there. So that should give us an amazing view of Antalya.
It's in the mountain in the tent.
Yeah, this is very different. We see archways ahead and just rubble. Rubble. We see, well, not milestone markers. They're just markers the Romans used that might have had famous generals, politicians, important people carved on them, and just rocks everywhere from the earthquakes and damage over time. And we think this might be the theater up here. If not, we got more climbing. Ah, Teatro. I think we found it.
No, it's not so.
Not yet. The unidentified building. Oh, gee. There's quite a few unidentified buildings. This is just amazing. It's so out of this world. It's above the world, but it's out of this world, above the world. And here we go into an opening. Alex is standing over a cistern or a well. I got my flashlight, but we don't have any rappelling rope, so we can't go down. Oh. Okay, that goes down to pretty far. Don't drop the phone. Yeah, there might be some bones down there. Okay, we have a real mystery. So if they used ancient tools and had basic knowledge, how did they make this? This circle, it doesn't look like it was drilled, but how in the world did they get that like that using bronze tools? And I can't tell if it goes through. Total mystery, see? Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So here's something we found. This looks like maybe a body, like a head, maybe a helmet, and the feathers coming up. It looks Spaniard though. Anybody that's into antiquity, this looks like a mouse, like the ears and the tail. Very hard to tell though. And then there's some carvings on the other side. Cannot make that out. The weather has just destroyed some of this stuff. But there's column pieces, parts. I mean, here's just a part of a column embedded into the ground. And just incredible stuff everywhere we look. I see similarities from Perg, from Spendos, from Side, Diadem, Bodrum. There's in the column, you can see the two cuts that are right here. This is a very common cut that you'll see in columns. I think people are amazed up ahead. Maybe this is the actual theater. Should be a really amazing view of the surrounding area. Should be pretty breathtaking. Let's see what we got. No, more rocks. Just more rocks. More and more rocks. This was something. The unidentified building. Not much left except rocks and rubble. Base is a column. Wow. That's the biggest monolithic piece of rock we've seen in one piece. That is big. How and why would you put that here? How many people did it take? Just absolutely amazing what they did. All right, we have a real mystery on our hands here. In Termessos, we have this. This is the largest single piece stone we saw. It's square on these two sides, and you start to see this line. And then it starts to round, and then on the back is, look at this. It's like a double rounded column. But for what did they do that? And then obviously a lot of it's missing. But what was this? Where did it come from? There's some rock foundation. There's maybe this thing down here, but it's not double. This is a column here. And again, this is unexcavated. This is not like somebody just came and stood this up. This either fell or was standing. We see foundation here, but it's not in line with that. There's what looks like a column here. There looks like another piece of a column there. But other than that, what does this thing mean? Put your guesses in the comments, because your guess is as good as ours or better. This is old building. You can see the cuts. There's another well that looks very well cut off. The opening to the underground world. There's a few of them. So this is probably where they kept their main water storage. Is somewhere up top. Gonna get a good grip on the phone. Is this the Machu Picchu? So let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. That's a lot of water they would have had down there. Or something else. Wow. I got my flashlight. There's just no way down. There's always an opening somewhere. It's like Indiana Jones. Just got to find it. Let's see. It's somewhere. Probably at the very base of the mountain. Oh, that one's filled in. That doesn't seem connected. These should be connected. Ah, oh boy. Oh my gosh, that is deep. Yeah. Wow. I wonder if it was natural caves, but it looks like they put rock wall. That is really deep. I'm going to try to zoom in. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. All right, so that first one is connected. There, I see column pieces. Those are definitely man-made pieces. Where's that column at? There, so you can see quite a bit in there. I don't see any bones. There's probably a body or two in there. Buried, maybe. Scary thought, huh? So we're walking basically on open ground. This back in the day probably had no protection. Maybe this was an egress, like a manhole cover that they would send people down to check the water. This was big. All right, this makes no sense. Why is there so much rock in here? This is just, maybe they threw it in here over time. All right, just collapsed. Maybe I should move away from the entrance because this looks like it's all going that way. The gutter. Oh, I found a way down. I don't think I want to go down there though. Okay, this looks like you can't go much higher than here. Let's see. Just try to make my way up these really big rocks that just over time have settled, collapsed. Wow. Just big stuff. Stairs. This was some kind of temple, altar maybe.
This is a tomb.
Oh, a tomb. Tomb, Alex says. And I could imagine that it was. But these stairs tell you to go up. That looks like man-made there. Listen how quiet it is. No birds, no bugs. All right, let's go up. Definitely gonna feel this tomorrow, but that's okay. It's worth it. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's Alex, this is amazing. This was a temple of something. They had statues, something up here with the tree. The clouds. We are literally in the clouds. You can see the clouds going by me. And we've not seen the top of that mountain at all today. do not want to go out on these precipices, but I do want to go up by this tree. Oh, look at this. This just split away over time. Again, I do not want to go up here. This was a sitting area. Definitely. There's probably a statue or two here. Dare I? There's a seating area. Hopefully it's not overhanging. No, it's not. Okay, good. Whew. This is not the theater. I don't know where the theater is. Is there a path that way? I was just up there. Some place of significance. The Heroum. So we're now past the Heroum. There's the first almost intact column I've seen. The foundation, more wall. And again, just rubble everywhere. Here's a nice path. Relatively nice path. Oh, I see. Big wall. This could be the theater. Just so much collapse. More foundation stone. Oh, this is unexpected. An opening, a flat opening. Wow. This is very, not like anything we've seen. It's flat. The minor temple of Artemis is what's here. I know which way I'm going. We have not found the theater yet. We're close. But I think we need probably a little better map. Maybe we can do that because I don't have a drone that can go straight up. I'm sure there's some. This looks really treacherous, but I could see it's been stepped on many, many times. It's not well worn and polished like some areas. But look at this. This is the minor temple of Artemis. I may need 3 hands to go up here. Let's see what we can do. This all came down. Let's see if there's any closeness and resemblance to the big temple of Artemis. Wow, these columns. Just everything's just laying down. Oh, Alex, it's flat. There's an opening. This is, it's unique up here. It's fairly big. There's old floor, no mosaic, loose rocks everywhere, of course. I'm gonna try to get over the rocks. You can see walking sticks definitely help. Just don't get one jammed. Check your footing. Yeah. All right. Whew. I'm in the temple, the minor temple of Artemis. You can see how these rocks have twisted and turned over time. Let's see what we got. Just a room. Oh, steps. Steps are good. Very big steps. Oh, wow. Very tall step. These are really tall steps. Oh, oh. Oh, wow. Looks like maybe there was a fire up here at one time. This is pretty cool. Oh, something's moving beneath my feet. It's a little scary since we don't know what's below me. More stairs. this, and I'm gonna come to giant cliff. I can feel it. It's, whoa. This is like a small theater. You can hear the acoustics. It looks like maybe seating. And a hole that's tempting to go through. Shall we? We shall. Not sure the best way down here. Probably this way. If there's a hole, I gotta go check it out. Doorway, window, doorway. There's so much rubble. It's almost like they quarried this and threw it down here. This just doesn't feel natural, but it is. It's just the walls caving in. Yeah. This feels like an old amphitheater. It's old amphitheater. Okay. It's solid rock. Let's see. Hopefully I don't get squished. Just big wall damage. Nothing easily passed. You'll have to check out the video, Alex. There. It's
I just watched the video.
yeah. All right, so let me turn around. I'm in the doorway here, and you can see. I think this maybe was a little theater. It's just so much debris, just untouched. Amazing.
Building.
So the agora is what this big flat opening is, and that is the where we just were in there. Very large. And then the agora, there's been bigger, smaller, but this is where they would have done their business. Here's a column foundation. So this probably, if we follow, there's probably column foundations. Usually agoras had columns. So we're coming out of the agora. We see a path and
Small piece
the theater.
Of decor.
Teatro. That's pretty intricate.
It's,
Was that a column foundation? Maybe.
no,
There's nothing else like that.
it's
around.
architrave. Upper part.
The arch?
Between two columns.
Well, we're gonna get a good, amazing, breathtaking shot here as we go over. This should be rather interesting. And I can't fly my drone here, even though people ripped the sign down. Even though the hover air is not, well, it's a flying camera, but they'll call it a drone. So let's see what we got here. Coming into the theater. Oh, wow. Oh, this is just part of it. Wow. Not a big theater, but wow. Up in the clouds. This is the eagle's nest. The Machu Picchu of Turkey. And look at the ruins here. Oh my gosh. Just amazing. This is the back of the theater. We just came from the agora. And there's so much rubble. Here's some columns. Really hard to tell. Were there steps that came down? And then did they go lower? Did they come up higher? Very intriguing. Very intriguing. We have a family up here. Just huge pieces of rubble. Wow. Not much echo. What a view. What an incredible view. Some of these rocks are not as stable as they look. I stepped on one and it kind of moved. Let's see. This is nosebleed section up here. This part. Oh, you know what? This was the opening, I bet. Yeah, you know what? The gate. I think they came in down. There's probably stairs. It looks like stair cut. They came through here and then went down. Guess where I'm going. Well, this doesn't look too safe. It looks like it collapsed right in front of me. Where they're going looks much safer. But I'm going that way. Let's take a peek. Ah, here's stairs. What's left of them? And here's holes. What are the holes from? Drink holders? Flag holders? There's only the two. So quiet. If nobody was around, I would fly Fred. You can see the damage the earthquake did, how it just lifted up this middle section, tossed it around like styrofoam. It's just incredible, incredible, incredible. Let's see what we can see at the edge of the theater. Definitely watch your step. Oh, it's not as steep as I thought, but it's still, there's a lot that collapsed. So assuming that was here, it's all gone. Whew. I'm not seeing a way down, but he got down here with his daughter. I'm thinking maybe over there. Let's give it a try, because I really want to get down in that middle. So I just came down from here. Alex is up there, two guys. And this is the area, so it looks fairly solid. So we're gonna take the stairs down to the lower deck. Still pretty tall stairs. I always wonder, were these stairs perfect back then, or are they just as odd shaped as they are now? You could tell not a lot of people have been down here because of the extra rubble. But this is still looking pretty legit here. Let's try going this way. A lot more dirt down here. They probably just got trapped from the wind. She made it. Anybody can make it, yeah? Oh, this is gonna be tricky, but I gotta do it. Probably not a lot of people have been down here. So I'm gonna pick the safest route. There's the old stage. Definitely 3-point climbing. Just gotta figure out how not to slip. I'm not liking that. Let's see. Get a good foot grip here. Actually, not bad. Since there's no mud on your shoes, should be okay. Okay. Whew. Almost there. Oh, I made it. The eagle has landed. Almost. Okay. This is the center. I thought that was a tree. So we're down on the theater floor. There's Alex up there. Good acoustics. This is pretty cool. This probably would have been the safest place to stand during the earthquake. It looks like it's open. Wow. A lot of rock came down. Oh, wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's go check what's backstage here. He's singing to his little girl. It's so cute. She's been doing very good. They pretty much really went, except for some of the more tricky areas, but this is pretty tricky through here. More ornateness. Just gotta be careful. Don't get stuck in a crevice. Oh, wow. Oh, this way. Some of these pieces just look like they're just barely hanging on, but it's just amazing. Here you have column parts on top of other things. So if everything came down in one big earthquake, it just buried instantly. And just to be here had to be ungodly scary. Oh, wow, look at that. Really ornate stuff. It's just buried. Spiral column. I don't think I'm getting up here easily. That's taller than I could reach. All right, where I'm at, probably not too many human beings have been. Termessos, the theater, but backstage of the theater at Termessos. So let's turn this camera around and let's see what this looks like. And then we're gonna start heading back. Okay. So this looks pretty precarious. I don't have a hard hat, so I gotta watch my head. The back of the theater. It's just incredible. There's another doorway. More backstage. Oh, wow. Don't know how far I want to go. If you're not adventurous, don't do this. I'm adventurous, therefore I do it for you. And I don't want to go near that. This just looks so dicey. This is, let's see if we can see over. I'm guessing it drops off quite a bit. I got this stick in one hand. I don't want to drop it because I can't see all the way down to some of these crevasses. Not exactly glacier, but still. Do not want to cause another avalanche here. All right. Without causing an avalanche, I'm not leaning on the rocks, but I got a feeling it's a far way down. And again, you can see this, so I'm not going near that. And then there's another wall over that way. Wow. Okay, enough altitude. Put the camera away and climb safely back. See you in a sec. Here's some massive stones. These things are big. That's 6 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. That just has to weigh an ungodly amount. And they moved it here from somewhere. But this has been an absolute incredible expedition. It's almost time to head back down and drive home. We're about an hour and a half away. Okay, so we just did some, I just did it. Really tough climbing over some of this stuff. And now I'm in the wings of the theater. And this looks really good back through here considering the damage that this building took over time. And again, this survived 2 big earthquakes. And here we have an archway still standing. Absolutely amazing. Again, I gotta be careful because one bad step and that's it. There's no easy way down. So I'm not gonna go in here. This is, I could say almost tired. Not quite, but getting there. Just save a little bit for going home. You can see some of the seams. Nothing's straight. Everything's slightly off angle. They knew there were earthquakes and they knew the stones adjusted, but this is just phenomenal archways that's still standing 2,000 years later or more. Well, I couldn't resist. I had to go down. So let's see what's under these archways. Here's some steps. But this goes just down. This, I don't know. Oh, that's where it went. There's more secret rooms underneath the stage. That looks like that's fairly recent. But there's no real work has been done here. So if anybody did stuff, it's just people that came up, had a couple hours to kill, piled some stones. And then I'm not going that way because I know that goes straight down. But big pieces. And again, it's just absolutely incredibly amazing. What a treat to be in here. Thanks to the people that built this 2,000 years ago-ish. Plus or minus a couple hundred. Pretty cool. Now for the fun. Trying to get back out. All right, that's it for the theater at Termessos. I think I'm going to take these steps. No, I'm not taking those steps up. I'm going to find another way up. These just don't look, they look solid, but only as rocks. And there's that archway that I was under. Just absolutely amazing. Absolutely worth the time and the effort and the physical pain and agony. Alex is up there talking to the family, waiting on me patiently. Something I noticed about the seats. Look at this, they're undercut. These are not just stones. When I was walking down, I thought they were just square stones. Looking up, they're curved for feet underneath. So people could pull their feet in, so other people could walk by. Maybe they brought pillows. That tells you the level of architecture and the time that they put into places like this. This is not something they built haphazardly. This was years, maybe a decade to do. It's just beyond impressive. Compared to the other theaters, it's not a big one. But where this is beyond amazing. Absolutely incredible. All right, so that's it for Termessos Theater. This is just, wow. I mean, can you see my eyes? This is really impressive. We're up high and I was down there and this archway is still here. I'm not going up these stairs. I'm going to find another way out of here. I don't trust those. Been stepping on some pretty crazy things, but what an adventure of a lifetime. This is just fabulous, but you got to be in good shape to be here. If you're not in good shape, you're not getting down here. Don't even try it. The guy was here with his little daughter. He was pretty confident. She's a little scurrying around the rock. Actually, for a little kid, it's not bad, but I would not let them do it alone. No way am I saying do that. But this is just incredible to know there were people here cheering, clapping, singing, whatever they did thousands of years ago. It's so awesome. Okay, that just kicked my butt. Going up these stairs. Well, not really stairs. That's what's left of the stairs and the seats. That was not fun. That was a full 4-point climbing. It was pretty cool. Very cool, very cool. And this mountain is still in the clouds. Just amazing. The sun's out behind me. You see blue sky. We're gonna go climb that peak next. See it up there? We're gonna go up that one. No, we're not. I'm kidding. There's no way. Not today, not tomorrow. Maybe in a week after I recover. I'm gonna feel this. This is a heck of a journey. There are some major rocks that are just pushed out of place or bent out of place. This feels very unsafe to stand by this. As solid as it is, it's just with these rocks being pushed out. And of course, all these that got pushed out a long time ago and just rubble now. But wow, just you can't say wow enough and amazing here enough. This is one of the most incredible places I've been to in Turkey yet, as far as unexcavated and just wow. And here we have what looks like a flood that piled up the sticks, but I think maybe they just threw them there for clearing. But again, they don't really work in these areas, so it doesn't make sense. Don't think that was Aqueduct. I think this could have been a lake, a dam, maybe a bath. But just again, rocks strewn everywhere. And remember, these big trees weren't even saplings. These are like 10th generation trees from when this place was built. Favorite things, caves, maybe. Oh, it's not a cave.
I think the real level.
Oh, it's much farther.
It was like this, it can be second floor.
Yeah,
Look,
this is
one level was here.
Yeah, this is
10 meters off the ground.
This is way up above what was here. I've seen this before at Heropolis, same design. So here we have the Corinth Temple and the Ataios Portica Church. That is and was big. And again, look at this block, how it's just hanging there out of place. You don't see this anywhere else. Nowhere else in Turkey have I seen blocks turned like that. Either they're up or they're down. That is really amazing. And there's so much that's down. So here so Alex is talking about the cuts in the rock. They're polygonal cuts. They're not square. So Alex, go ahead.
Not only this surface, but inside the wall, this stone have a former romp.
So I see here. So we see, like, I'm looking right at this one, the third stone, 1, 2, 3, how it's cut like a seat. We see what looks like angle cuts. This is not rectangular. They did this on purpose. There's slightly angles, the polygonal.
And this direction inside the wall. These two.
Oh, and look at this.
When earthquake, all this wall is moved, but not broken.
And where did this big piece come from?
From here.
Maybe
from
up?
Here. Do you think this one?
Or over here? Oh, it looks like it collapsed towards us this way. Careful, careful. It's slick. The mud is making this very tricky.
2 meters.
So again, Alex is 2 meters tall. Gives you an idea how big this is. This isn't the biggest temple, but this is really big considering where we are. That's big. Okay, so when you're out in Termessos and you're at this building and you look up and you see that sketchy, really sketchy stonework here, that looks like it's just like wind could blow it over. You're talking super heavy stone at the end of this building. We have all this collapse here that was from another building and another building and another building. It's just everywhere around us. Remember, this is unexcavated. Nobody's moved this stuff. And you have these rocks just hanging. That's scary to go underneath, even though I would love to go up there, but not today. Okay, I got to tell you what, this bush, I don't know what it is. I'm going to find out what it is, but these are needles that are just going through my leg, right through my jeans. I'm going to get home and have blood all over me, but that's okay. It's worth it. We thought we were going home, going down. No, we're going back up to the southwest Necropolis. Let's see what is here. This looks like part of an old wall, part of a building. This is just one of those fun paths. Remember, there's one at Aspendos. Not quite like this. It's a little wider, a little easier to climb. Oh, here's a good part. This one's smooth. There's remnants of houses. I'll go sit in somebody's family room. So this is where the people lived and hopefully got out before they got squished. So, oh, look at this. This is the Tomb of Alcetas, maybe? Let's see what we find here. Tunnel, cave, man-made for sure. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Whoa. That's a big rock. Ooh. Huh. Any bears? I always check for bears. This has outcropping. That's a floor down there, maybe. Yeah? Yeah, that's a floor. And this giant rock. That looks like original floor. There's probably sarcophagus in here. But look at this ceiling is still intact. Incredible. How many earthquakes does this survive?
The ceiling was made before Greek.
Before Greek.
Before Greek.
Oh. So 2,500? 2,700? 3,000?
3,000.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out why they chipped and cleaned that wall. That doesn't make sense. If this is Bronze Age, Roman Age, they just chipped away at it. That is not natural erosion. That is man markings. And then you got the rest of the hill and the mountain that just goes up here, and who knows what's hiding up here. We're gonna run out of light before we can find out. There's nobody else up here. We got the mountain to ourselves. Caves. This is just what burrows holes this high up in a solid rock on a mountain. Crazy. Some of the easiest paths so far. Not bad. And if we had another 8 hours, I probably would go explore some of these cracks and crevices. But we only got about another hour before it starts getting dark, and we need to be down before that because there are no lights here at all. This is the colonnade street, or it would have been columns, and you can see columns, foundations, these big square pieces that probably had columns on top, statues. And this is just indescribable. It's like a junkyard of stones. They all fell. There would have been this beautiful street all the way down. You kind of get an idea, Pastalix.
Look. This is a position of
Yeah, I see. Look to your right. Look to your right. All the way down, see?
Mm-hmm.
The squares, yeah, rectangle. This was big, and I see doorways across the way. You gotta wonder who, back in the day, built this, and then who walked through here. Absolutely amazing. I'm standing in roughly the center of the old colonnade, the column street. And this is just mind-boggling what's here, because it's unexcavated, it's raw. There's numbers on some of these things. I think they're gonna start recording things, or maybe to prevent stuff. Go around this prickle bush. Oh, more blood. But there's amazing stuff here. There's writing still on the walls. You can see this just all collapsed. Probably one big earthquake. But it's amazing how far it moved over time. There's no way people came in and just bumped this stuff around. It's just really cool to be here. Really cool. There's writing on this column. Let's see if we can see it. Here, let's get over. Look at this. It looks upside down, actually. It's upside down. But everywhere there's writing, I can see. So they were probably famous people. Politicians, warriors, war stories. People honoring people from the past. But it's just literally like, it's just like a dumping ground. But it's not. It's just from earthquakes. You see, going up, there would have been walls everywhere. This really was big up here. Very, very big. If we compare this to any of the other architecture throughout Turkey, this is not unique. Some of the artwork is. It's just different artisanship because of probably when it was built or created. But there's a lot of similarities. One is the size of the rock they used. You can see here some more writing. And these are just lined up on the foundations. Again, this stuff was not excavated. It is as it was. Seen that design in Perak. We've seen it in Heropolis. Very common design. The words, I don't know if we can make these out. Some are etched pretty good, others it's really hard to see. Alex found a neat piece here. This looks like lion's head. And where's the other part? It's missing. It's just somewhere. It's either in somebody's house under our feet, but it's somewhere. It just goes on. It's like you can see the street goes on. There's people coming this way. And it just continues. Well, I think that's the end of our day. We can see the parking lot from here. And we covered some really just thousands of years of history. There's the parking lot way down there with the valley. And the sun is behind us. It's going to get dark real quick, I think. So we got about a 20-minute, half-hour walk down. But this was absolutely an incredible adventure. If you get a chance to get to Termessos when you're here, remember, dress appropriately. If you're coming when it's hot or warm, bring water, food, walking sticks if you got them, and good shoes. Do not wear flip-flops. If people say they did, they're crazy. Don't do it. Wear good hiking shoes to boots. And other than that, make sure you check out the video on your screen next, because that one will show you more of paths to the past, present, and future. See you online soon.